Hey, what's this? Wait, what, huh? Huh? Wait, hold on. Evo's going live at 8 o'clock at night, Phoenix time, on a Sunday? What is this utter lunacy? I think all that is working right. I'll turn this off and say, hey, welcome, if you happen to be watching. I know it's like 11 hours off from when I'm supposed to be doing this live taping of Podcast Pontifications. Hi, by the way, I'm Evo, and you are watching now the live taping of Podcast Pontifications, if in fact anybody is watching, because this is not the time I do it. Normally I do my live taping of Podcast Pontifications every morning at 7 a.m. Central Phoenix time, which is not Central time. It's currently Pacific time, if that helps you. But because of things happening tomorrow morning, I am unable to record tomorrow morning. So, rather than not give you an episode, which I am wont to do, I decided I would do it the night ahead. Isn't that nice of me? Now, I wasn't even going to go live. I was just going to record the episode and be quiet about it and release it, but then I figured, well, what the heck? Maybe there are people who know me who see my stuff at night that aren't up at the crazy hours of the morning of 7 a.m. Phoenix time, or simply can't watch when I do this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Maybe you'd like to do it. I mean, I got to do it anyhow, so I might as well fire up the old streamer and stream it out to the whole wide world. So that's what we're doing right here. There's a chat window open. I see a couple of you watching me right now on Twitter. You can put, I think Twitter things show up here, don't they? I think so. I don't know. But they're also on live stream. We're on the live stream. Jesus, Tracy. So it's on LinkedIn. It's on YouTube. It's on Facebook. All those things. And if you are wondering, hey, this doesn't sound like a very good podcast, man, don't worry. This is not the podcast. This is me just kind of getting ready to do the podcast. Getting, in character, if you will. Clearing out the pipes, which isn't a big deal because I've been talking all day. Normally at 7 o'clock in the morning, I need a few minutes of just saying and all those things to get the things flowing in the throat area so that the vocal folds are working properly. But, when you wait until 8 o'clock at night, I'm pretty well lubed up there on the whole. Let's not go down this road any further. I think it's not a good thing. Anyhow, today on the program, I'm going to be chatting about the best way to control your podcast's quality. Yeah, that is the topic of conversation. If you're already bored, don't worry. If you go to podcastpontifications.com, that's where this episode will be when it is finally ready to go tomorrow morning. You're just catching a half a day early. But tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Phoenix time is when this episode of Podcast Pontifications will be live. So if you don't want to wait and watch the live stream, no sweat, no obligations. I'm not abandoning podcast to become a live streamer. Nope, not my intention. JD wants to know if it's 7 a.m. already. Yeah, well, it's as I said, I have a conflict tomorrow morning. Rather than not do a show, I decided to do one on a Sunday night, which is weird. So we'll see what kind of energy I bring to the table today. Probably the same, but you never know. You never know how it's going to be. So anyhow, all right, well, without any further ado, I am going to begin this weird time for me to do that. So let me go find all of the things. Again, this is all preamble stuff. Nothing you're hearing right now goes into the podcast. This is just me getting prepped. And one of the things I like to do, for those of you who watch at night, who never watch in the morning time, is I like to read my cold open to make sure that it flows as well. It's the only part of the show that is written and read verbatim, so I like to make sure that it actually works, and quite often it doesn't, and I have to change it. That's fine. Anyhow, here's that cold open. Not every guest you interview is going to be amazing. Not every monologue you write is going to be stellar. There's no way to fix that reality. What do you do with a subpar episode? Don't release it. Let's see, I think that sounds pretty good. So we'll be good there. Right, okay. So with that out of the way, I'm going to go and do the thing. So I pull up the QuickTime. Where's QuickTime? There it is, because I record the audio with QuickTime because it's much higher quality codec than what I get from OBS. OBS will record the video. And here we go. Not every guest you interview is going to be amazing. Not every monologue you write is going to be stellar. There's no way to fix that reality. What do you do with a subpar episode? Don't release it. Hello and welcome to another podcast Pontifications with me, Evo Terra. I'm allergic to most forms of platitudes and marketing speak. With crush it and fake it till you make it, topping my list of eye-rolling phrases. Dropping knowledge bombs or dropping value bombs is another one of those. Except when it's warranted. Mike Carruthers of the podcast Something You Should Know did that very thing. He dropped a value bomb as we were recording another Podcasters Roundtable session last week. Podcasters Roundtable, for the uninitiated, is a live show that is, well, it's just exactly what it sounds like. A group of podcasters in a roundtable talking about various things related to podcasting. It's very, very inside baseball, or inside podcasting, except it's not inside podcasting. It's called Podcasters Roundtable. Anyhow, I digress. Last week was my 5th appearance on Podcasters Roundtable, where I joined, longtime podcasters Dave Jackson and Ray Ortega, along with Mike Carruthers, who I just mentioned a moment ago. Now, Podcasters Roundtable is just a fun, casual conversation, and it's certainly no contest. But all three of us, and Mike probably himself included, we agreed that Mike won the episode. Again, there is no contest of these episodes, but Mike clearly won the episode when he revealed that 20% of the interviews he conducts for Something You Should Know, 20% of those interviews don't make it on the show. Now, why not? Well, simply because the content isn't good enough. And Mike cares deeply about the content of his podcast. And when a guest doesn't cut it, he doesn't put the guest on. Now, that's even with Mike taking the time to record a video that details out in exacting detail what is expected of a guest. So when they reach out to guests, and they vet guests, and they send them this video, and the guests say, yes, I got it. I know exactly the kind of energy and entertainment you want me to bring to the show. 20% don't make it. That's 1 in 5. If you do an interview show, perhaps you do that interview show once a week. Imagine if every 5th week, the guest you had lined up didn't cut it. And then you decided not to air that episode. That's quite radical, I think. And as I said on the show, I wish more podcasters would take that approach. I wish more podcasters cared as much about their show, or cared so much about their show, that they too would refuse to air an episode that wasn't of the highest quality. Now that's hard. I mean, I get it. Especially if your recording schedule mirrors your production schedule, which in turn mirrors your release schedule. If you do all those things in 1 week, produce it, record that guest, produce that episode, and release it all in the same week, which most podcasters do, you have no built-in buffer. You don't have the ability to do what Mike does for his show, and that's make sure none of the episodes ever air that aren't of the best quality. If you don't have that built-in buffer, you can't do that. So maybe you should have that built-in buffer. You're the gatekeeper when it comes to the quality of your show, or someone on your team is the gatekeeper of quality when it comes to your show. And the reality is that not every guest you bring on is going to be great. Take it again from what Mike just told us there, 20%. So, and a not great episode with a not great guest? Nobody wants to listen to that. Literally no one wants to listen to that. I mean, sure, your loyal fans will certainly forgive you if you have a not-so-great episode every so often. But every 4 or 5 episodes, not so great? Come on. That's a stretch. For your existing listeners, now think about the all-important first-time listeners. Do you want their first experience with you and your show to be a not-so-good episode? Is that what you want them to hear? Now look, this is me. Only you can answer that question. Only you know what your tolerance is for subpar quality. So I'll just remind you that every day, podcasters in your niche are seriously stepping up and improving the quality of their shows. Every day, professionals, some with years of media experience, are making their shows more attractive to their listeners and drawing audience away from subpar shows. Every day, people are finding amazing podcasting content that does not, in fact, truck with subpar episodes. And those people find they have less and less room in their media consumption diet for shows with inconsistent quality. So don't let your show be a statistic. The best way to control your podcast's quality is you control your podcast's quality. Now, some quick housekeeping. Podcast Movement 21 is coming up in just a few days, and no, I will not be attending in person. I will be attending virtually, however. I've blocked the entire week and plan on watching from the comfort of my own living room, where I'll be engaging and interacting as much as I possibly can. Now, I am, however, planning on attending in-person She Podcasts. Yes, I will be attending She Podcasts in person in October of 2021. So if you're coming to Scottsdale, Arizona, which is just around the corner, I would absolutely love to meet up with you at the event or out for drinks after the event or before or whatever. Just drop me a note, evo@simplermedia, and we shall find a time to meet up. And finally, if my retelling of Mr. Mike Carruthers' value bomb, geez, Evo, if that was valuable to you, please consider lending me your support by buying me a virtual coffee, or maybe 12 of those, at buymeacoffee.com/evoterra. That's it. I shall be back tomorrow with yet another podcast, Pontifications. Cheers. Stop recording the video. Stop recording the audio. Boom. Bomb. JD Sutter says, every episode is someone's first time hearing your show. Damn Skippy, my friend. He also says it's caring about the minutest of details that sets apart the great from the average or the subpar. No doubt, my friend, you are correctamundo, as you often are. Anyhow, if you just joined the live stream and you're wondering, the hell am I doing on this time of hour? It's weird, I know. Just go to podcastpontifications.com and get subscribed. Or even better, go to podcastpontifications.com and hit that big subscribe button. It doesn't do what you think. It's going to take you to the bottom where you drop in your email address. And when you put your email address in there, you will get not only a link to the produced audio, but you will also get a rewritten article. I'll take everything I just said, and I'll rewrite every single one of those words to make it readable to your eyeballs. There's also going to be a fully corrected transcript up there too, and a little later, the video without this talky talk stuff on either side of that. So yeah, I do that, all of my new stuff. Right on. So again, thanks for watching me do this on a weird time. I will not be recording an episode tomorrow morning. That's what I just did. I just did it even earlier, about 11 hours earlier, because I've got a commitment tomorrow that I cannot and I do not wish to get out of. So I'm going to do that and keep the show running smoothly that way. Right? Right. Okay. Those are all the things I had to say. Thanks for hanging out. Check out podcastpontifications.com. And I'll be back. Well, tomorrow's Monday, so you won't see me live tomorrow, Monday, but you will see me live the day after tomorrow, Tuesday morning at 7 a.m. Phoenix time for my next live taping. Okay? Okay. I promise all those things. Bye.